Microsoft have just made it even easier to get started with Windows Defender App Control. I'm a big fan of WDAC, and it's one of the most effective security controls to prevent ransomware attacks. It ensures only approved apps can be run on your devices. Until recently, there were a few places you could configure WDAC, and now we have one more. But this time it's actually been thought through quite well. Let's take a look. We're going to jump into the Intune console, and from here we'll go down to Endpoint Security, and we'll see this new node here called Application Control Preview. Let's click on that. As you can see, we have this two tabs at the top, Application Control and Managed Installer. As with many of these interfaces, you need to choose the second tab first, which, never mind. We'll choose the second tab first, and it says we need to add a Managed Installer profile so that it can name Intune as the Managed Installer, specifically the Intune management extension as a managed installer. So we're going to do that. I'm going to jump over to my VM though and configure everything from there. So Endpoint Security, Application Control Preview, and we're going to configure a managed installer. So we'll choose Add here, and very simple profile to configure. Please read through this information, but essentially we're going to be creating this profile so that it configures Intune, the management extension, as the managed installer on this device. If you've already got WDAC configured and managed installer configured elsewhere, you may need to do some of the things it mentions in this bit of description here. For now, we'll choose Add, and it explains that if you grant this permission, then all apps configured by Intune will be permitted to run, which is pretty much a good thing, but it does carry some security risks. So we're going to choose Yes, and it should appear here. There it is. Good. And it hasn't succeeded on any devices yet. And I don't even have the ability to deploy it by the looks of it. Nope. All devices is the assignment. So that's all done for us. Perfect. Next, we're going to create an application control profile policy. We'll choose Create Policy, and we'll give it a name like App Control, and choose Next. And here you can see we've got a couple of options. We have Enter XML data, which actually is the preferred way to do this, but for now we're going to take a look at the other option, which is using built-in controls. And if we use the built-in controls, we can enforce Windows components and store apps to be trusted, or we can set it to audit only. Usually set it to audit only first in a new deployment to see what applications are being run in your environment and how this policy would take effect. Let's leave it as enforced for now. The other option we get is to select additional rules for trusting apps, which means that we can also trust apps with good reputation and also trust apps from managed installers. That's referencing the managed installer we just configured earlier on. So those are what you can do with the built-in controls. And honestly, that's much better than the previous ways we've seen you being able to configure WDAC using the Intune console. So that's a good thing. The most important thing that's changed now, though, is the fact that you can enter the XML data straight into this bit here and configure the application control policy in a much more detailed way using the XML. The XML you can configure, it's XML, you can configure it in Notepad if you like, but the best way to configure the XML is the WDAC wizard. Head to this website here, webapp.wdacwizard.azurewebsites.net, and you can install this wizard here. When we create the policy using the multi-policy format in the WDAC wizard, we're able to create the XML ready for us to be able to deploy it directly. Now, one of the quirks of this app, as you can see just at the bottom here, is that the button hides just under there, but I'm going to create a base policy with multi-policy format. I'll choose Next. I'm going to go with Signed and Reputable, which is the same as allowing Managed Installer and the Trust Apps with Good Reputation setting from the previous built-in control screen. And then we have this policy here, which is going to create this file here for me. I'm going to choose Next. I also want to allow Managed Installer, like I mentioned, and that's pretty much it. I'm quite happy with this being set. I will not run it in audit mode for this demonstration here. We'll choose Next. And these are the publisher file signing rules that we're going to allow by default. We'll choose Next. It's building that profile for us, and we have the two output files. So I'll just go into this location here, so into Documents, and there are two files here. We have the CIP file and the XML file. Let me just show those, CIP and XML. So we can minimize that, head back to the console, and this is the application control policy file. So I'm just going to enter this policy now, choose the sound and reputable XML that I just created, choose open, and there's the XML data that we've just pasted into that from the XML. No scope tags, we'll just deploy this to the test group that I've just created for this, which is this one here, here. Pretty certain I've got a group called WDAC. Yep, it's there. Group's not playing nicely for me at the moment. There it is. WDAC test computers, choose next, and assign this policy to those computers. And that's it. Very quickly done, just as a quick demonstration of how you would deploy a WDAC profile using the new preview interface that we've just had released from Microsoft. Please, when you're configuring WDAC, make sure you take a lot more care and test a lot using the audit mode when you're configuring it. But for now, this is a much better workflow, much more improved workflow than we've had in the past. See you next time.